Yes, people. Welcome into a late night stream. It's LB and Martin's season. Hopefully, you guys are all doing well. Make sure you guys smash the like button. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys are subscribed to Mancunian Way. Great channel on the road to 5K. And they want to try and get that by the end of May, guys. So make sure you are subscribed to them. Links in the description. Let's get some yeses in the chat. Let's see who we've got in the building tonight. We're big up to Rodri, big up to Section, big up to Sean. Stinathan's here, Spinks is here, big up to Robert McCluskey, always in the building, as is here, Mojis is here, big up to Briggsy, Brett's here as well, big up to Danny, Sub Hotsy, Only Blue in the village, good to see you, Ed's here, Dashmesh, singing the blues, big up to Marie, Bandit Football, Benno's on the beers, big up to Motorsport Madman, good to see you, bro, long time no see, mate, big up to Akash, John, Ford, Joseph, Karl, Martine, Benno, Johnzy, Osmodius, George, Abdi, Stacey's here. Hello to Burger. Mate, wild, bro. Wild. Big up to AK. Hopefully, you guys are all doing well. How are you doing, Martin? Good show.
What have you had to do? What's that about Judge Moore and Hussam? What have you dealt with?
Oh, just well, I do a weekly show with them, don't I? And listen, a lot of people
go watch that.
A lot of people don't get why I do it, man. But I actually do. I do enjoy it because it's quite a lot of debate and banter and that. But I just didn't get what was there was talking about, like, you know, when you say, oh, so that player carries someone, and they were speaking about that, and I just didn't get it. I didn't get what they was on about. So I was just like, I don't get what you're talking about. And it just like I was just like, yeah. Afterwards, I was like, I'm out of it, mate. I was gone. I was straight to the gym to de-stress.
I did that the other day. I was, after the Brentford game, I thought, wait until Sam stream. I thought I'll have a couple of minutes. I'll wait. And I went, told you we'd score 3, and he went, don't start, Martin. The referee should.
Yeah.
Oh
I
God,
know.
here we
It's
go.
always the ref, isn't it? It's always the ref. But yeah, good stream, mate.
What? I did the redirect right? It worked.
Yeah, man, it's the redirect's a good thing, you know what I mean? Obviously, you can send viewers your way, and obviously, like, if you're doing a stream after I'm doing a watch along or something,
Yeah,
you always do like late night streams. I do them now and again, but yeah, like if I'm doing like a watch along, or I do like a player ratings, and then you're doing a stream afterwards, because you usually do your stream a lot later than me, I can whack them through, because you need to get more. I think your channel's like, so like you should have a lot more subscribers, man, for the shows that you do. I like your shows, man. Shows are good.
Oh, we have.
And I'm always down to come on. You know what I mean?
I told you I always come on, but you always tell me you're going to bed.
That is part of the problem with your channel. It is very late. You know what I mean?
We talk blue cards, yellow cards, pink cards.
Oh no, mate! I can't be dealing with this blue card nonsense, mate.
We even talked the new bus route, and that was coming out from the club.
I know. That's because you're proper fans.
Like, we're talking about bus routes here. What's going on?
Yeah. No, but yeah, it's like I say, guys, make sure you are subscribed to Mancunian Way. Links in the description, guys. Come on, let's get them to 5K as soon as we possibly can. Tried your curry, LB, hanging low, mate. Ray, the Vindaloo was a nice curry, man. It was good. It was.
I watched that.
But it was. Did you see the? Did you watch it all? Did you see what happened to the rice?
Never seen a man stressed with cooking so much. And then what made it worse is you compared yourself to Gordon Ramsay. Like, what are you doing here? Like, now I know why Gordon Ramsay swears a lot.
Oh my God, bro! It was stressful, man. It was a stressful situation. But I like that channel. I'm just gonna put that random stuff off.
Was it good? Was it nice though?
It was nice. Yeah, it was nice. It was weird, man. It was like when I started eating it at first, it was fine, and then, like I said it in the video, and like, unless like you eat like hot stuff, you might not understand, but like it legitimately felt like I could feel every cell within my mouth be attacked by a spice. It wasn't like a full mouth situation. It was weird, man. I never had that feeling before. Never had it before. Why do you eat spicy food?
Not really.
No.
I'm more of a chicken tikka sort of person.
Oh, fucking hell, Martin, mate.
I mean, what did you ever say? I'm not into all this ghost chili stuff and all that. I'm like, no.
Nah, mate, come on. Yeah, we need to go for a curry, man, because we've never met in real life.
No, we are. Yeah, I'm up for it. Can I just say one thing? I do apologise about this. I know there's someone in the City community that's come out being very ill today, LB, and I just wanted to send thoughts and prayers to him, mate.
Yeah, man.
True City fan, Patrick.
Oh, yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
He's announced he's had an operation. He's had cancer, being diagnosed with it. So, thoughts and prayers to him from everyone.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice guy, and sad news today.
Yeah, I did actually see that on my timeline this morning. Yeah, that is very sad news. That is very sad news. I never know what to say, you know what I mean? But
no, I didn't know myself till this morning, man. So I was like, wow.
Yeah, hopefully he recovers in that. But get well soon to him and just all the best in it. Yeah, I did see that this morning. Well remembered, because we gotta.
Oh, yeah, I know. I don't want to. I just want to.
No. You know what? No, I think it's right to say that sort of stuff, man. You know what I mean?
Because to me, all the City community are a family to me, and we all look up. You know, that's why I love the City community, because we're so different to every other club's community. We help each other and we support each other.
That's what I say about the City fans. You know what I mean? It's we have our debates, and there is obviously the split. You know what I mean? Between,
don't agree, because you don't want Alvarez on the right wing.
Yeah, because I'm not an idiot, mate.
Where was he on Monday night?
Where was he on Monday night?
He was kind of on the wing, wasn't he?
Was he? I don't know. Get well soon to him, man. Praneet says, LB, that spice is for kids. I am an Indian. All right, mate, don't show off. You know.
Yeah, Vindaloo's. What's Vindaloo's now?
I googled. Google said it's one of the hottest curries in the world, and it's the hottest curry you can pretty much get at most curry houses.
Yeah, but is it? But see, I say this, and then my missus says to me, because she knows a lot. She was like, "But is it an English vindaloo or a proper Indian one where it's like?" Because it's like tikka masala isn't really a curry that a lot of people over there have. It was done for the English palate, because we're a bit. We've got a sort of, what's the word? A bit of a bad palate. We're a bit weak when it comes to spices. I don't know about
your palate. My palate's top notch, mate. Don't slag my palate off.
But I know that they're like, no, you want to see some of our curries like proper spicy and hot. They make it vindaloo look like a caramel.
No, I imagine they are, man. You know what actually is mad? I always watch. I always go on about this, but I always watch the travel. Do you ever watch like travel vlogs on YouTube? And like when these travel vloggers, like they go to like that area of the world, mate. The street food, bro. Some of the street food looks unbelievable, man. You know what I mean? I actually watched it one today, Simon Wilson, and he went to he was in Karachi, and he goes to like this place, and like he's getting his food, mate. I just feel like the food over there is like a lot fresher and a lot nicer, isn't it? You know what I mean?
It's like when they're squeezing like full on melons, like proper just off a tree, and they're like, here you go. Like proper orange juice, and man, you're like, that's just
well, you know, where the additives?
Yeah, and it's like proper fresh.
Where's the additives going in that melon juice, mate?
It's the fact is, it's just proper fresh stuff.
Yeah,
it's not been made in a factory like you say with 1,000 everything else added into it, and you're like,
no,
really fun, mate.
I know. It's all that fresh food, man. It's all that fresh food. It's good for you, innit? Big up to Piplup says, I like the blue card. Put the kids in timeout.
I'm going to start adding a blue card to YouTube. Instead of calling it a timeout, I'm calling it blue card. Get a blue card trending.
What's your thoughts on a blue card?
Absolute garbage.
Yeah.
There's bigger issues in football today with than prancing around with new bloody yellow. I mean, what's next? Pink cards? It's just
FIFA have put out a statement. I don't know if you've seen the statement that FIFA put out an hour ago. Did you see it?
No. I know UEFA and FIFA are like, forget it, it's never happening with us.
This is the FIFA statement. FIFA wishes to clarify that reports of the so-called blue card at elite levels of football are incorrect and premature. Any such trials, if implemented, should be limited to testing in a responsible manner at lower levels. A position that FIFA intends to reiterate when this agenda item is discussed at IFAB. which is IFAB, innit? You know what I mean? AGM on 2nd of March. So I'm not 100% sure what's going on here. You know what I mean? Because some people are saying it's happening. These are obviously saying it's not happening yet. But I just don't see the point. Like, what? I don't see the need for it, man. Like, do you know what I mean? What's the need for this blue card? Now, people say, first of all, dissent, right? I have a real problem with dissent, and this is coming from an ex-referee. I used to referee when I was younger. Before I got a job at the insurance company, I started working weekends. I was a referee from 14 till 17. Yeah,
you probably ref some of my matches then. When I was doing Sunday League, when I was in the Tameside, was you in the Tameside League?
Nah, not Sunday, Saturday, Northbury.
All right. Oh,
but Northbury is like, yeah. Whoa, don't clash the leagues.
Northbury was the absolute easy league. You had to be in the Sunday Tameside.
Bro's 14 years old, man. I just wanted to earn 20 quid and go home.
He just wanted his 20 quid and get out of Dodge.
I just wanted to earn a 20 quid referee and just get out. I didn't want to be assaulted. Calling
games off when it rained. I'm out. Gives me money.
Well, exactly. Get me out of it. But yeah, listen, this is why I have a problem with the dissent rule. Yeah, and again, this comes from an ex-referee. I have a real problem with dissent. I really don't understand, and I say this every day. I've said it about 5 times today. Why is Martin answer this? Yeah, genuine question, right? The ball's just gone out for a throw-in. I think, as a player, it's my throw. The referee says it's the opposition's throw-in. I go like this. Why is that a yellow card? Because someone explains to me, why is that a yellow card?
It's nothing to do with football. You know where it's from?
Where?
It's from all the other sports, like your rugby. Because how many times do we these 25-stone muscle-bound blokes listen to a 5-stone, 10-stone referee and they respect him. They never chat back. They never show dissent. It's the same everywhere, and that's what people. I just had it on my stream tournament. They went, yeah, but in rugby, that's the opening line to everyone's debate on it in rugby. Nothing to do with football. Rugby is a completely different sport. Because, listen, I've watched enough football in my time. I've heard referees swear at players. We can all lip read. You've heard refs say F off.
Yeah.
So, I just... I think it's part of the game. It's emotional.
I agree.
Are we taking emotion out of the game now? You got to remember, we do it because we're sport. To them, it's their job. It's their livelihood. They get paid if they win. They get paid bonuses if they win. They get paid bonuses if they win trophies. They get relegated. They get the wages cut in half. Of course, it's damn emotional for them. It's their livelihood.
Well, this is the thing, right? And not to defend this football club, yeah, but do you remember when United was playing Liverpool at Anfield a couple of weeks ago? And in the 93rd minute of the game, 93rd minute, and United, everyone was expecting United to get battered. Yeah, everyone was like, United are going to get battered. It could be 4-5-6-0 here, yeah? Because obviously United at that time were going through a real bad stage. Liverpool was cooking. It was 0-0 in the 93rd minute. A fantastic result. Well, not a fantastic result in the grand scheme of things, but at that time where United were, a good result, yeah? In the 93rd minute, the ball was in the United half, deep in their half. The ball went out for a throw-in, and Dalot thought it was a United throw. The referee gave it to Liverpool. So Dalot was fuming, and obviously went like that because he felt like the referee gave the wrong decision. The referee booked him. He done it again because he's annoyed, and the referee sent him off. It was a United throw-in, and the referee got the decision wrong. And the reason why Dalot was so frustrated in that situation, and I'm sorry to use the United example, it's just
he's
because
worked hard for 94 minutes, and that makes
exactly. He's gone there. That team have gone there. They put in a solid performance, a really good performance. Yeah, they got a result that no one really expected them to get. And in the 93rd minute, deep in their own half, the referee gave them a throw-in to the wrong team that could potentially, they could have threw that in, cross come in, they could have scored. That's why he's frustrated and he sent him off. This is why I have a real problem with dissent, because like you say, Martin, they're stripping away the emotion of the game. And they've already done that to a certain degree with VAR. Now, VAR is a different kettle of fish. I don't like VAR. I'd scrap it. But I hear why people want it. That's a different argument. But you've got to accept that it does strip away an element of emotion. This whole dissent thing, Listen, if you get in the referee's face and you start calling them all sorts, yeah, fair dues, book them. Send them off if they're getting real aggressive. I ain't got a problem with it. And by the way, no player should be touching a referee at all. That should be a straight red, in my opinion. Yeah, that should be a straight red. But, you know what I mean? It's just the odd arm flick or effing off the referee. If again, depending on the situation. If it's really, really emotional, if it's really intense game and the referee, like, I was a referee, I was 14. People used to swear at me. Like, it's just part of the game, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really see it as a major issue. And I really don't agree with this dissent situation.
You know why? Because I'll go back to the rugby analogy. Referees in rugby are better at their job than what referees are in football. Trouble is, a referee in rugby is not trying to be the centre of attention. He does not care if the camera's on him and he's not all fantastic. Look at me. I'm on $500,000 a year.
Yeah.
Some of these referees now are on more money than some of the players. They've all got tans. They've all got, tattoos and great eye. Some of them want to be more centre of attention than the players.
Yeah.
And the trouble is, in rugby, there's accountability to referees in other sports.
Yeah.
In football, there is no accountability because A, they're not allowed to speak. B, they're not allowed to explain any decisions. It's all cloak and dagger. Like VAR. Listen, I understand VAR can be frustrating, but the new rule they are talking about is we're going to mic the referees up for the VAR. Fans in the stadium are going to hear what VAR and the referee are going to. The referee is going to explain the decision basically and how they've got there. So when you have that 3 minutes of complete silence where you're like, "What's going on?" You're going to be told what's going on in that 3 minutes. That they're looking at for next season. So instead of just looking at a screen that says possible handball, you're going to be hearing. That's better. It's accountability. You're hearing things. The trouble is with the Premier League and with football, it's trying to be better than what it is.
But can I just quickly ask you a question? As a match-going fan,
yeah,
obviously I don't go anymore. I do this full-time as my job. Yeah, as a match-going fan, what's going to happen if because obviously, I'm just trying to think about this in practice. Say you're in the singing section at any stadium, not just the Etihad, you're in the singing section, and there's a potential penalty, right? And there's a couple of people singing. Are you not going to get people going, shut up, stop singing because I want to hear this guy speaking about, like, is this the stadium just going to go quiet for 3 minutes while you're listening to the guy speak?
I don't know how they're going to do it. It is.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to think of it in practice of like, how would that work?
I don't. It's like the offside. The Champions League offside works because it's AI, and that takes what 10 seconds because it's there in there. But in the Premier League, we've got to be clever. No, we can draw our own lines. We can do it our way. No, just shut up and use the technology that's.
Well, they are doing next year. The next year,
but that's what I mean. We've got to try and be better and be clever dicks ourselves.
Yeah.
Rather than just take the easy road.
Yeah.
Now, the problem is with VAR or with anyone, even with because I don't think blue cards. Because imagine these blue cards. You're a fan in the stadium. Someone gets a blue card. We're still not going to know why he's got it. With a yellow card, it's generally because of abuse or he's had a tackle. With the blue card, you're going to go, what's that for? And then how many blue cards make a red? And like I said on my stream earlier on, are you going to sim bin a player for 10 minutes? Well, as you know, with being a ref, what will your body do in that 10 minutes? It will cool down.
You'll have to go on a bike like they do in the rugby.
So you're gonna end up injuring. And then how do you stop a manager talking tactics? Because then that can get technical. Blue card yourself and get over here and we'll have a chat because we're 3-0 down.
Yeah.
Where'd you put them? We're going to be building sim bins everywhere.
Another one as well, yeah. Like if it's dissent or like abuse, and again, like we don't fully know because like we don't know the full things because they've not released it yet. But obviously they have said it's for dissent. So if I go up to the referee and say, "Oh, referee, you absolute beep," you know what I mean? You got that one well wrong. Yeah. Now, despite the way I speak, most people understand what I mean. What about if you say it in a foreign language? How are you going to be fair there? Because a lot of the players in the Premier League are foreign. So if a foreign player goes up to the referee and speaks in like French or something and says the referee's a beep in French, how is that referee going to know what he said? You're going to have to stop the game and get a translator to see what he said, to see if
the referees are going to have to be like multilingual experts.
That's what I'm saying.
Spanish, Brazilian, bit of Portuguese, a bit of this. Like, here we go.
It just doesn't make any sense, man.
Because you're going to get an opposition going, he's just called you. See you next Tuesday, him. I know his language. And he's like, all right, I'll give him a blue card. What?
Bro, also this. What about if the referee misinterprets what a player says? And then gives him a blue card? Listen, and then he's like, I didn't say that.
Know. They're not stupid, they know.
No, they are stupid though, Martin. That's the problem.
What happens if it's a goalie? Are we subbing a goalie on? Because then you're not getting punished.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What about if it's a goalie?
I said this earlier. You play FC 24, don't you?
No.
Or FIFA, whatever it is.
No, I don't play.
Right. In FIFA, you can have what they call you can basically make your own rules on the game. So you can do like what they call survival mode, where if you score a goal, that player comes out the game.
Oh, no way. That sounds pretty cool, actually.
So that's what I'm saying. Someone's been playing a bit too much FIFA.
Yeah.
And they're trying to create things that are not there.
Yeah.
And it's wrong. And this is the problem. People are trying to be too clever with a game that is actually very simple. The game has been simple for many, many years.
I agree.
And then all of a sudden, big brass neck multimillionaires are trying to make it clever than what it is.
Yeah,
the next thing we'll be having, we've gone from drinks breaks to we'll be having an advert break soon, like they do in the Super Bowl. We'll be having an halftime show. There'll be a stage coming up, and we'll get Noel Gallagher in the middle giving us a set, or Liam, or whatever you want to
do. Who knows, man? Yeah, it would surprise me. You know what I mean? It honestly just really wouldn't surprise me. And
then you'll be there for 7 hours.
Yeah, and then you go to the co-op. You go to the co-op live and watch a gig after the game.
But look at that, co-op live's even spot on. Do you remember when that came out? They'll never clash. They'll never clash.
Yeah.
And now they just signed a contract, minimum 4 events a week. They're going to clash.
Yeah, they're going to clash.
That's minimum.
They said they'll never clash. I mean,
minimum
I don't.
4 events.
So why are you bothered about it clashing? Is it parking, transport?
60,000 out of there and nearly 30,000 coming out of the co-op. No wonder they've put these buses in. We'll end up everywhere.
Yeah.
And
actually,
then buses, by the way, go to Macclesfield.
Yeah, I've seen that today on the map. I was like, right,
wow.
Yeah.
Like them old magic buses that took you down to London.
Yeah, for a £5. Big up to AK, by the way. Says, it was down to me, I would make it a requirement for all 4 match and VAR referees to speak to the media after the match. Yeah, listen, there's a couple of things that obviously people
falls for that.
Well, this is the thing. Obviously, when people speak about this point, because obviously it gets raised all the time, it's like, does it really help? Well, my point is, why are you doing the mic'd up videos then? Why are you doing a mic'd up with Michael Owen's program on Sky? Oh, it's like a Premier League production, but Sky bought the rights to it. Because what they say is, well, it doesn't help the referee speaking to the media afterwards because the decision's already been made, so it is what it is. Well, why are you doing a program then with Michael Owen telling us about the VAR things?
Yeah.
Also, you should release every single VAR interaction for every game online for free for people to listen to after the game. Don't have to be straight away. You can leave it an hour, 90 minutes or whatever, but every interaction should be uploaded so we can listen to it. That would improve transparency. That would make people trust VAR a lot more if we could listen to every single interaction. And you should just be able to go to the Premier League website, click on the game, and it should say VAR, listen to any audio you want. And it should just be audio, possible penalty claim, 19th minute, tackle by this player on this player. Click it and it plays the audio.
Do you remember back in the day when the only way you saw the goals was watching Match of the Day at night, unless you were at the game?
Yeah.
Now, they've got apps where you see the goal 10 seconds after it's been scored.
Yeah.
So don't tell me they can't put the referee mic'd up within 10 seconds being there on a decision.
No, they don't want to. So then you have to ask the question, Martin, why don't they want to?
Well, we know why.
Because they're rubbish. because they make
And
mistakes.
as well, people laugh at me. I think there's a little bit of dodginess going on as well sometimes.
Well, this is one of my problems with VAR. I think it
Go
does
back
lead
to
it up
Tottenham.
to
And that
manipulation.
Tottenham decision was not done by complete mistake. How on earth do you just stop that when Grealish is 3-1-1?
Oh, that one.
And he goes, nah, pull back, come back. No. Not having it. Wait,
And
have you ever heard anything about the Rashford goal from last season? That went dead very quickly, didn't it? From the offside.
Yeah.
But the Liverpool one, we had World War III and everyone was having a debate online for 3 days.
Yeah, I mean, the Liverpool one was, I guess, slightly different in the sense that it was a legit goal and the VAR just messed it up. But the facts are that one, listen, referees have always made mistakes, and referees will continue to yeah, exactly. Referees will continue to make mistakes, and VAR will continue to make mistakes. You know what I mean? And these referees, man, like at the end of the day, they need to focus on getting the decisions right before they start changing the rules every 5 minutes.
Do you think we're trying to make football too robotic? Are they trying to make it too perfect?
Yes, they are. Football, and this is why I've always been against VAR. And anyone who's been watching me for any period of time will know that I've said this for years, for donkey's years. VAR, in my opinion, will never, ever, ever truly work. Why? Because every single decision that they're reviewing, majority of the 99% of them are subjective. And the problem with that is, me and you, Martin, can look at a tackle and I could say, mint tackle. And you can say, what you on about? That's a clear red card. How is VAR going to help that? Now, the way it was meant to help, was clear and obvious. But they abandoned that principle.
They got abandoned within 5 seconds of it coming out.
They just abandoned it. They just started overturning and giving decisions when it wasn't clearly and obvious. What they should do is, when they're reviewing it on VAR, I'd scrap it, by the way. But when they're reviewing it, they should say before they make the decision, like this was the on-field decision, have I made a clear and obvious error? And unless the answer to that is yes, you should walk away from the screen and say, I've not made a clear and obvious error.
I mean, clear and obvious. Akanji's tackle on Alisson was deemed a foul, but I thought it was a legitimate goal. Thought Alisson was weak. Vicario last week at Tottenham was classed as being weak, and there was more force used on Vicario than there was on Alisson. So again, it's a VAR or referees' subjective opinion on what they class as a goal, not a goal, a foul, and not a foul. Yes, clear and obvious does not take 4, 5, 6 minutes. If it's taking that long, it's not clear and obvious anymore.
I agree. I completely agree on that point. So here's the thing on them two situations. Was that a foul on Alisson? In my opinion, it was not a foul. Right? I think they give a foul live, didn't they? They give a foul live, and then they went to VAR.
They were unsure, but they eventually pulled to it.
Yeah, but they didn't give. What I'm saying is the referee blew straight away, didn't he? And said foul.
Yeah.
So here's the problem with that is, I actually therefore agree with the VAR decision of not giving the goal because I don't think you can clearly say I have made a clear and obvious error for that Akanji goal, right? But here's the flip side. The Vicario goal, he gave the goal. I don't think you can review that on VAR and say it's a foul. So then people say, hang on a minute, it's the same thing. How can you give a goal for one and goal the other? Because no. That's not what VAR was there to do. VAR was there to eliminate clear and obvious errors.
It wasn't there to re-ref the game.
Wasn't there to re-referee the game, but it is re-refereeing the game.
That's the problem. It's overruling. It came in and we all got told it is what the VAR is video assistant referee. The name is in the title, but it's not. The referee on the field's becoming the assistant and VAR's becoming the referee. It's become arse backwards. So the guy in the field is no longer in charge of his own game anymore. Because he's having to be told what to do by people 250 miles away in Stockley Park. By the way, that they're and by the way, some of them can't even draw lines.
Yep, so, or communicate.
I'll be straight with you. I don't think the Oscar Bob one was offside because I still go on the rule of, and I still remember the statement coming out of, it was going to be with the attackers, the offensive player would get the, if it was borderline, the advantage.
Advantage to the attacker, wasn't it?
That was a leather lace of a boot.
Yeah.
But, and if you actually look at it in slow-mo, that ball was generally going in anyway. Vicario, I don't think, was getting there. I think if Oscar Bob hadn't touched it, I think it might have crept over the line. We might have ended up on a goal line decision. So if that's the case, that should have gone to us. But, it's like we're now in a situation with the ball out of play. We've now got to learn angles and the mirror dimensions of an angle and a camera. Oh, when the light's shining the wrong way for the ball to be out, the ball's not perfectly circular. What? We're now talking about how shape of the ball is now compared to the camera angle. That isn't football.
I agree, and this is why it's getting
trigonometry I did in school back in whenever it was.
Yeah, I agree, man. I completely agree, and I just think
they're trying to be too clever, and I get on the eye horse with it. They're trying to be too clever with a game that should be the simplest game in the world.
You know what it is? Yeah, I think there's an element of this in it, right? I always feel that, like, not everywhere, but in a lot of big companies, there's people who have jobs on big wages who don't actually do a lot and have to justify their salary and wage. And these are the worst people in the business because they end up doing stupid shit because all they want to do is justify the salary. And I remember in my last job, there was people like that in certain positions, won't name them. You know what I mean? But every company has them. Anyone has got a job in any like corporate company, you know what I mean? Or not, maybe not even a corporate company, but like typically you're not going to get this job at like a mechanic or McDonald's. Like it's typically like a corporate office, yeah. You always get these people in these jobs on big wages who don't actually do anything, yeah. So to justify it, so people don't actually say to them what you actually do. You're like, yeah, I don't actually know what you do. You're on a fat wedge. What you actually do? They do all these stupid, weird stuff, and it's to the detriment of everyone else.
And when it comes to redundancies, they tend to be the first people out the door because the jobs, because then they've got to justify the wage and the jobs.
Yeah, exactly.
And they can't do it.
You can't when you get sat down in an office and say, "Tell me what your job is," yeah, to like someone who knows what they're talking about.
Look at a spreadsheet and make sure the computers are switched on.
Exactly. All right, so this is the thing. Because one of the biggest question marks that I have to ask about this whole refereeing situation is, why are they making all these rule changes when the refereeing standards, in my personal opinion, is at the lowest of all time? Since I've been watching football, which is what, 22 years, 23 years, yeah, that I can like properly remember. For me, what I can remember, this is the worst refereeing standards that I've ever seen.
I think that's why they are doing it, because they know the referee's lowest standard of all time. The
problem so is
they haven't got enough good referees coming through because nobody wants to referee anymore.
But why are they giving them extra work? They're making it more difficult for the referees.
Again, trying to justify the wages. Have you seen the wages on some of these refs?
Yeah. Do you reckon the referees are looking at these new rules going, why do they keep making these new rules? They don't want to be crap. They don't want to have all these new. They just want to referee the games and go home and get paid a wedge.
Do you know what doesn't work though? Because I hear this all the time, and you'll know this from being a grassroots ref yourself. We hear all the time of the money's coming in for grassroots and the referees, because the idea is to get referees from grassroots level, don't they? And they're meant to promote them, look at them, because I know the scout referees the same way the scout players. They look at referees and they go, right, you're going to come in and everything else. How can they do it? Because the game at grassroots, or even probably at League One, League Two, is not the same anymore as the top. So leaving like, I'm even going to probably say, are these teams in the Championship that can't even have VAR? Because if you haven't even got the screen or the technology or something, there's some rule that if you haven't got certain standards, you can't
Championship
have
don't have VAR in it.
So are we saying then a ref who comes up from the Championship goes to the Premier League, has he got to go on a brand new training course for that? Or
I would imagine he probably has to go on some sort of training course for the VAR, yeah. It's a fundamentally different game. It's a different
That's what I mean.
refereeing
It's not the
experience.
same refereeing decisions anymore.
No, absolutely not. Well, it
It's
should be.
completely different. So what we're
should-
saying is everything but the top. It's like, why did none of our referees get chosen for the World Cup or whatever it was years ago?
There you
We
go.
weren't
Proof of
using
point.
the VAR the same way.
And they're also crap.
Yeah, we were trying to be clever dicks,
Mm-hmm.
but they'll never learn because it's people in suits at the top who know nothing about the game because it's all about the bottom line. It's not even about fans anymore. It's not even about anything. It's about the bottom line.
Of course it is, man.
That's what's sad about football now.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man, absolutely. But yeah, referees. I think there should be a league table of refs. I think they should just get promoted and relegated with it. And I don't think it should be some sort of like bad thing. I just think it should be, this referee's not quite performing. He's making some dodgy decisions, so he's going to drop down the league. He can stick on his wage, whatever. He's got a contract. This guy in the championship, he's been refereeing consistently well for the last 5-6 weeks. He can get promoted, and I wouldn't even wait till the end of the season. This league table for me would just run throughout the season, and maybe at the end of every month, you just relegate the bottom 2 refs and promote the other 2 refs. You just have it. You just have it flowing, and it's not. And again, this isn't to make the referees feel bad or be like you're getting relegated. It's like, bro, like any job, if you're not, this is the Premier League. If you're making bad mistakes, you get relegated, bro. Go back down to the Championship, refocus.
But they come back. But the trouble is, they go down for one game, and then come right back up. Anthony Taylor's been demoted 2 times, 3 times.
I'm not sure. Not sure on that.
I'm sure Taylor's been demoted a couple of
them have been demoted. I think Stephen Hooper got demoted.
And he was back straight away a week or 2 later. How's that a punishment? He's probably loving it to go down to the Championship for a week or 2 and have less fans giving him abuse.
I don't know about less. Probably get.
No, but you know what I mean? He's probably like, I don't have to deal with VAR this week. Thank God for that.
This is what I'd love to know from referees. Do they actually like VAR? Also, here's another thing, controversial. I don't think the people in the VAR should know the referees personally.
No, it shouldn't be referees.
I think it should. I think the people in the VAR shouldn't know the referee because what happens is, I think sometimes these people in VAR, they don't make the decision because they don't want to upset the mate because it's like, if I give this decision, I'm going to make him look like an idiot. I think these people in the VAR should be completely separate to the referees, man, and it should just be separate. Because then it's like, if I don't know someone and they've made a mistake, I'm like, you made a mistake. But if it's my mate, if it's a close friend, I'm like, I don't really want to tell you made a mistake, innit? Because then
VAR should be used for me.
Goals only.
Well, the goals, not even that. I'm probably the only thing where the ball's in or out. Or an offsides. Because then it can just be AI'd. Did the ball cross the line? Is it over the line out? Or was he offside? The referee should be deciding what is a red card, a yellow card, and what is a penalty and is not a penalty. For me.
Yeah.
Then VAR doesn't need anybody in any box.
So basically you get rid of VAR.
I would use VAR as an AI for ball in and out and offsides. That's it.
I'm the same. And go like.
So basically, you have like you said, nobody at all in a box. Nobody at Stockley Park.
Yeah,
Give
I'm happy
the referee
with that.
the power back because with the AI on a VAR, it shows they can tell whether they're offside in 10 seconds and the ball's in or out. Because if they can put cameras behind the goal, they can put cameras at the side of a goal.
Yeah, 100%.
They can put sensors on the goal line. They can put sensors all across every single line. That's easy. Yeah. Put sensors in the ball, whatever you want to do. Give the referee the power back and get rid of the suits. Like you just said, referees should not be doing any VAR at all. Let AI do it and let the ref do the big decisions on the pitch. End of.
I agree. I'm happy for that because listen, the reason I don't like VAR is because it's subjective. Goal line technology is not subjective. Offside isn't subjective. Sometimes we can look at offside and go, "Oh, I think he's on there," but ultimately,
you don't hear anyone moaning about the Champions League offsides.
No, you don't.
Because we've all gone, That's right, and that's
It's
wrong.
a fact. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. You know what I mean? I'm even potentially happy with like VAR, but only for goals, but only in the extreme circumstances, which I thought it was kind of meant to be for when they brought it in. So if someone scores a goal, yeah, but it's clearly hit his hand before he shot it, then it's like, well, it's handball. Like, or you know what I mean? Basically, for like the clear ones, which I thought it was meant to be for. So yeah, that's my point. Big up to Tinsay, says VAR, bureaucracy, laws. I'm almost done with football, says Tinsay. Big up for the super chat. And I think a lot of people feel like that, man. You know what I mean? A lot of people just want to watch football.
I
And
know loads who are giving up with football. Full stop.
or at least maybe going, you know, maybe I don't know. Maybe going watching like the local team.
I know loads who just don't find it fun anymore.
Yeah.
They just don't find it fun anymore. And I think there's that fear of Super League and everything else down the road. I think there's a lot of fear.
How come they don't? I don't know. This might be a stupid question, to be honest with you guys. How come they don't, when they're bringing in these like new rules and stuff, how come they don't speak to fans?
Because we're not fans, we're customers.
We're customers. Absolutely, mate.
That's your simple answer. As much as that hurts me to say that, I can be replaced tomorrow morning and see you later. And someone will pay more money than I would. I'm not stupid.
Oh yeah. No, absolutely. I mean, I knew this. I knew this.
Fans. We're not fans anymore.
Yeah, absolutely. And I remember something that used to really, really, really wind me up. Yeah, and this is other City fans. And you might have done this. I don't know. So if you did, you know, you wind me up when you did this. But I remember, right, it's back in the day when I had my season ticket, and City had put the price up by 20 quid. Right. And I used to go on Blue Moon Forum, and there'd be me and there'd be other people moaning about it. And then you get someone say, well, it's only 20 quid. Like, you don't understand, mate. Yeah, you don't understand. One, they don't need that extra 20 quid from you. And two, they do that every year. 10 years goes by like that.
But it's not, because they put it up in small increments. 21 year, 40 the next.
That's what I'm
saying. Because then you'll go, oh, 20. Oh, it's only 40.
But why do people
and
go,
then 5 years down the line, you're at 200 quid and you go, oh, that's what I'm saying.
But some people are just happy to accept it. And I was like, why are you happy to accept it? This is the richest club. Well, we were at the time. We're not anymore because of the Saudis. But we were the richest club of the world. They didn't need to put the prices up by 20 quid every year, 40 quid. People should have, you know, dealt with that. Can we speak about Everton? Yeah, we can speak about Everton, bro. Big up to Akash, man, coming in with the big £20 donation. Says, off topic, but LB, if you're into underground artist bands, then you should check out Azura Kings. In my opinion, they're very underrated. Also, big up Martin and the chat, City till I die. W's in the chat, man, for Akash. Thank you very much for the 20. I'll check them out, man. One sec, let me I'll get on my YouTube and I'll just click like save Azura Kings. Right, there we go. Got them up. I'll listen to them after the stream, bro. Big up for the super chat, man. Very generous. Thanks for supporting the channel. Okay. Yeah, like Burnley, 61 quid. What are they doing there?
Yeah, but we've seen Brentford. That's down. It's about 30 odd quid.
Good. So it should fucking be.
Brentford have dropped it down.
Yeah. So it should be. Absolutely.
But yeah, I've got a massive beam in my bonnet about the football club at the moment with local fans. But hey ho, that's another story, another day.
Why? What have they done to the local fans?
Just with the prices and
the
way they're treating everyone at the moment, I don't think it's right. I think it's pretty disgusting. I don't know I've heard a couple of things about behind the scenes of people as well. And it's not good. So someone told me they could get rid of all season ticket holders, they would.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think they would.
They make no money off us.
Yeah. Well,
they're not bothered if you've been going 40 years. They ain't bothered at all.
Nah, it was like when I used to go, I used to say I was the worst possible customer or fan because I used to have a season ticket. I didn't pay for parking. I parked on the side of the road for free. I didn't buy any drinks or pies really that much there, and I just went home after the game.
Same with me. Because I'm that close to disabled, my ticket is less than 400 quid.
Oh.
Yeah, I get free parking.
Yeah.
And I don't buy food there. Do you think the club want me? Do you think the club really want me? when they could sell that seat and get 50 quid on a parking each week.
You know, Daily
They
Mail's
do
going to
not
run a
want
story
me.
tomorrow. Disabled Man City fan feels that he's being evicted from Manchester City.
Yeah.
116. Right, let's speak about Everton, man, because this is a big game, bro. City have to big up to our Cashy Well for that big donation. We have the chance to go top of the league temporarily before Liverpool play Burnley at 3 p.m. Did you know that Everton have the joint 4th best defense in the league, Martin?
Yep. I told that earlier. Still think we're banging 5 past them. I know you're going to hate this, and I know you're going to be like you and Daps did this the other day. But I told you we're bagging 3 the other day.
You did do this the other day.
And we bagged 3. Do you know what it is? I just think we're at the levels now. It's February. City are on the march. Everyone is fit. We're at home. I just fancy us. Sean Dyche is not on the touchline, by the way. He's on a touchline ban.
Yeah, I've seen that today. That's good.
He's on a touchline ban.
That's beneficial.
They've not got, is it Decore and the other guys out as well?
Let me get it up. I've got the Premier League injury tables saved. Tells you suspended.
Martin's season ticket holders getting suspended tomorrow. I'm not going on Saturday. It's just been banned.
Yeah, so these are the players that they've got out injured or suspended at the moment, according to Premier League injuries. Decore's out.
Yeah.
And Danjuma's out. Onana.
Loads out.
Oh, Onana is he's a risk. He'll be 50-50 because he trained today. But it's his first day training, so he's only going to have 2 training sessions. So Onana, because obviously he's a decent player, that Onana, isn't he? He's a fit, 75%. Don't know about him.
Danjuma and Decore are the 2 that are the massive losses for them.
Yeah.
So to me, I'm joking partly with the 5-0, but partly not. I think we've now become that runaway train that we always have been.
I think if we win this game and win it convincingly, I might start to believe that, you're onto something. We are starting the engines, and this is where City's run starts. But
because I mean, Brentford. Let's look at Brentford, for example.
Yeah.
Other than probably, because what we're doing is as a team at the minute, go back to Newcastle, Everton, and Brentford. It's all the same. We're having 10 or 15 minute little spells where we're a bit off. We're not fully at it. We concede 1, but the other 80 minutes, it's all us, and we're battering them. If we stop these 10-minute brain farts somewhere, that's all it is for me. Because if you look at, Brentford did okay, don't get me wrong, but they could have been 5 or 6, 7 goals down by the time if it wasn't for the goal there.
Yeah, no, that's fair. They also had some chances themselves. Ruben Diaz made a few good blocks. And they did score.
Is that good blocks or just doing his job?
Well,
because this is where I come into this, because if Diaz doesn't do them blocks, he's a crap defender and not doing his job.
Yeah.
And when he does it, it's a great defender and City were lucky. Can't work both ways. That's my only thing with it. Which one is it? And that's not you. That's what you hear in general, innit? It's if he doesn't block, he's crap. But if he does it, he's just doing his job. Like, which one is it then?
I don't know.
What you're saying is he's either doing his job or he's shit. Which one is it?
Yeah, no, what I'm saying is, I'm saying that I think in the midfield, I think the midfield now is at it. I think it's almost 100%.
Yeah.
The attack, I'm talking about the front 3. I can't say that because our left side, we don't really have one. Yeah, Gvardio's playing there. We don't know what's going on with Grealish. We don't know what's going on with Doku. They're in and out of the team. Yeah, so I can't really say the left side. The right side, I actually think Bernardo's been a bit up and down a bit this season so far. I think as the season goes on and we get into the business end, I think he'll get straight back on it. But I actually think he's been a bit up and down. And I thought our striker has been injured for the last 6 weeks. So I'd probably say they're running at around 55%. And our defense, I actually think our defense has improved a little bit recently, but still,
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Still running at about 70% of the.
Because I think we're always going to concede goals because of the way Pep's got us set up.
Yeah, but it's also the way we concede the goals. Like last year, we wouldn't have conceded some of the goals that we conceded this year because like some of the defending this year's been poor. So basically, what I'm saying is, I think that if we can get a win against Everton and a clean sheet and maybe get 2-3 goals, I'm with you. I'm like, you know what? I think this is it. I think this is where we really go on a run. We are already on a run. We're on a good run. I think it's 9 games now. But I think if we beat Everton, I'll be ready. I just need this game. Plus, it's 12:30 kickoff.
Then that's the only thing.
You know, that's pretty disgusting.
Everton seemed to have, because I thought Everton are doing well. Thought, right, they're doing well. Because when we went to Goodison Park, I think it was after the Club World Cup, wasn't it? The first game back.
Yeah.
I thought this is going to be a real tough game.
Yeah, so did I.
I thought, shit, this could be, you know, I even went into it, I'll take a point. I'll take a point here. Because I think were they on 5 on the bounce or something? They were doing really well.
They were on a decent run. I think they were on a decent run at that point, yeah.
And then since they had that other incident with FFP, they've just gone back off a cliff completely again now. I don't know what it is. They've done the opposite to us. When we got our charges, it galvanised us and we went forward. They seem to have got another charge and they just seem to have gone, forget it. Because ever since that second charge, they've just gone way off a cliff completely. They can't buy a win at the minute.
Yeah, I think they got a good draw against Spurs. They've drawn 3 in a row. Yeah. They've drawn 3 in a row. So they've not lost a game. So they drew against Spurs, they drew against Fulham. They got beat off Luton
in the FA Cup, didn't they?
In the cup. And then they had a cup game again against Palace, and then they drew the last league game against Villa. So that's 3 decent teams, though, to be fair.
I mean,
Villa, Spurs, and Fulham.
What are you expecting Everton to come and do low block 10 up? Because you go back to last season. Was it last season Gray scored that wonder goal in the top bins?
Yeah.
You know the one I mean at the edge?
Yeah, when Rodri passed the ball to someone and then, yeah.
That's what I mean. Can you see them doing that again? It's going to take something amazingly special for Everton to get through us.
The thing, here's the problem. And this is the problem when you look at relegation teams and people say, oh, they'll take a point. The problem for Everton here is that Luton are above them with a point. Yeah, they've got 1 point more and they've actually got a decent goal difference. Everton do have the better goal difference. But Luton are above them by a point and Luton have a game in hand. Luton are playing Sheffield United this weekend.
Ooh.
So here's the problem. If Everton go, you know what, we'll just take a point at City. Right, go for that low block and just go, yeah, let's set up, let's do the low block and just defend for our lives and try and get a 0-0. Well, you'll be 4 points behind. Because you get a point, you got a 20. Oh no, sorry, yeah, you're right. No, you'll be
but they'll still have that game in hand. So even if they win, they'll get 3 points. So it still could be 6. So a draw doesn't help them.
Points. So a point, this is what I'm saying about point doesn't really help them. At this point, they need wins, you know. And of course, if they're getting an extra 10-point deduction this season, which some people are saying they potentially will, well, then you're pretty much good as gone. So you really need to be winning if you've got any chance of surviving. So I don't know what's going to happen. All I know is that they don't concede many goals. They've got the 4th joint best defense in the league. And we're going to have to be at it from a creative and finishing point of view. We can't be wasting chances.
Let me change it for you. Because what I did like about the other day's team was because this is why I wanted Foden and KDB in there. If he goes with KDB, Foden, Alvarez, Haaland again, I don't care how good your defense is, who man marks who.
I agree. Yeah, that's why I like it.
Because the problem is if 2 go on Haaland, well, then who goes on Alvarez? But then who goes on KDB? So then another guy goes to KDB. Well, you still left Foden with space. There's too many problems for Everton to get round at that point. And the trouble is, Haaland, yes, he may not be scoring, but what I'm enjoying about Haaland now is I think he's becoming a far better team player. He's now assisting in goals. He's coming a lot deeper and feeding the ball through. He's not just a goal getter. He's now becoming a proper pet player. Every time
I do think his overall game has improved. Yeah, I think his overall game has improved this year. I'd go with the same team. Now, maybe you want to play a Kanji instead of Walker. Rest Walker. Walker's played a lot of football. He's our most played player this year by minutes played. Maybe you want to bring in a Kanji and say, see you later, Walker, have a bit of a rest. Maybe you want to bring in John Stones, put Ake at left back, John Stones in the middle. But that midfield and attack, I play the exact same. I
can't decide on Ake and Gabardil anymore because I don't see him ever dropping Gabardil anymore because I think Gabardil and Walker seem to be integral onto that part. Can a Kanji do what Walker does? No. That's what I'm thinking. A Kanji can't go flying up that right wing. Gabardil, it seems to me Walker and Gabardil have become very pinnacle to that formation now.
Yeah.
Because they both go. Because Gabardio's in, and that's what the problem is, or that's what's keeping not just Doku, not just Grealish, and Oscar Bob all out the team.
Mm-hmm.
So we started off at the start of the year going Doku versus Grealish, which is a lot of a garbage debate anyway. But now all three of them are out because he's playing Gabardio.
Well, there's two reasons I think he's doing that. Karl's put one of them in there. One, I think he does it in the Premier League because in the Premier League, you more than often than not, you'll get away with Gvardiol being pushed up.
Yeah.
Right? Because he holds the width and you don't need him in the defensive capacity as much. In the Champions League, I would imagine he's going to switch that to Ake. But also, it would help with this situation. It helps Foden get in the middle with Kevin De Bruyne. And obviously, Kevin De Bruyne plays a little bit. Yeah, and Kevin De Bruyne's been playing a little bit deeper. Obviously, he played a little bit deeper in the last game because obviously Alvarez was basically playing like a attacking midfield as well, which I actually think he played quite well in. And obviously, you got Bernardo right wing. But what it does mean is it means you don't really have a left winger. You do, but your left winger's Gvardiol. And then when he eventually gets the ball,
you don't have a left winger. It's
exactly.
You have old-fashioned wing back. Call them old-fashioned wing backs now, and I don't even mean it in that as old-fashioned because it's not old-fashioned. Wing backs used to be the new thing.
Mm-hmm.
But the trouble is, as City fans, we're so used to that back four that just defended because of got us the treble. Yeah. We forgot all about the wing back situation because that was the whole reason Cancelo pissed off.
Yeah.
And now we've gone back to Cancelo's actual formation, believe it or not. This is the formation that Cancelo was cooking in.
Yeah.
And now he's completely out.
I know.
So it's a weird one. It is totally. That's why I'm so shocked Pep's gone back to it. Because I'm like.
Well, like I say, I just think it's because Gvardiol on that left-hand side, I get why he's in the team. I fully understand it. And I know some people really don't like it. It's quite a divisive topic between the City fans.
He's a young lad. He's only 21.
No, and I agree. But I don't think people, well, some people are, because I just see someone in the chat said he's asked. But like most people rate him, they just don't like him in that position. I actually don't mind it. And people say like I defend Gvardiol. So I defend him because actually I like him in that position. He holds the ball up well on that left-hand side. He can whip the ball into midfield and to the forward lines. And he very rarely gets caught out defensively. And listen, that goal that he conceded the other day, off that fast, I think got a little bit too much stick. That guy just come on as a sub, late on in the game. Gvardiol played 90 minutes, and the guy just burst in for pace, bro. I think he got a little bit too much.
Fofana. The one
was it
Fofana from Chelsea?
Was it him who just he just burst past him, didn't he? I was like, bro, he just come on the bit. He literally just come on, fast guy. Like,
I mean, some blame him for Brentford. And personally, I blamed Ake for being too weak because I thought Tony outmuscled him. And the other thing was, of course, Gabardio was going to get caught there because if you look, we pushed out, we were playing such a high line. One ball over the top like that was going to get us. Because I personally give Thomas Frank credit. He figured it out. He went, look, their back line has gone to the halfway line. Launch. I know it's not football in a lot of people's, but if it works, it works. And it worked for him. Personally, I'll be straight with you. You're not going to like this. But Edison could have been a bit bigger. in that situation.
Yeah. No, I agree. Big up to Ryan, says Silver's tracking back more lately. I like Doku, but he's out of control often. I like that description. He's out of control. He says needs Jack control back. Earling's gonna go on a blinder. LB Hi Martin says Ryan. Yeah, well, listen, I think like I say, for me, Bernardo Silva's been a bit up and down this year. I think he's
we've had this debate on our channel tonight about Bernardo and Jack and everyone, and we're like, even talk about Savio, and we were like, well, all these coming in, and people want Kimmich, and some want Pedro Neto, some want this guy, some want Paqueta, and some want this, and I'm like, someone's gonna have to go.
Yeah,
because you cannot have a squad of 40 and 8 of them being wingers and 20 of them being midfielders. It's just not, because everyone's forgotten Nunes and Kovacic.
Well, this is why I keep saying if we sign a
everyone's
midfielder,
forgotten them.
One of them surely. If we sign Kimmich, I do not see how both of those two players stay at our football club.
I used to think Bernardo would go, and the more I think about it, I'm like, I don't know who buys him. The only way for me Bernardo goes is if a swap deal with João Neves comes in. That's the only way I can see him going.
I'd rather
him
leave on a free in 2 years' time than that happen.
But you look at the teams who can afford him, would he want to go there?
Well, I don't know, bro. He can't have his cake and eat it. You know, the guy wants to leave, and then he's like, don't want to go there, I don't want to go there.
This is the problem. We've said this for 2 years. Bernardo always seems to be the linchpin to our bleeding transfer business. And we're all sat there going, I just want one summer where we don't have a Bernardo Silva situation. I just want one. It's 5 years on the bounce, this. Every window we go in, and is he going to be here? Is he not? I'm bored of it. Just make your decision.
Well, he signed a new contract, obviously, with the release clause, and the thing is with Bernardo, because obviously it is quite frustrating, but at the end of the day, like, it's not that frustrating like it could be with some other players, because he always still gives 100%. Like, he can say he wants to leave all the time, but if he gives 100%, it's just frustrating because you don't know what's going to happen. And I guess it puts the club in a little bit of a difficult situation because they don't know what to do in terms of transfers. Yeah, because obviously, if no one buys him, then you're chilling. You don't need to buy anyone. But like, if someone comes in and activates that transfer, then you got to buy someone. But with Bernardo Silva, obviously he said he wants to go Benfica. He's 32. He's going to be 30 this year. I'd just be looking at him, bro, and saying, listen, you can't go to another club now because no one's going to shell out 50 million for you. Yeah, pay you 300 grand a week and then leave, because then you'll have to be sold for less than that because Benfica won't be able to afford big cash. So I just say, listen, you're on 300 grand a week. You've done 5, 6, 7, 8 years already. Just do another 2 years, and then we'll let you go Benfica on a cheap deal. 15 million when you're 32.
I just, without what fans want and what everyone's saying, because 1 minute fans want Oscar Bob, then they all want Savio. Well, you can't, you can't just have everyone. It ain't gonna work.
But it's like the new. What's the phrase called, Martin? Like the new toy.
The new toy.
Yeah, everyone just wants a new toy. Yeah. So, like, obviously, that's just what happens in life.
And this is why I've always said about Oscar Bob. I will decide. I will make my full. He's a brilliant player, but I will never get excited with him because I don't know where he'll be in a year's time. Played this game with Cole Palmer. Played this game with McAtee. Now,
you don't like to be heartbroken. You don't want to invest your stocks into a young player and then
no, because I did this for McAtee. I was on the McAtee train all day long. And he just seems to, he's probably not been, but these lads need to play football.
They do. They do need to play football.
They need to play. They're not, we talk about them like they're 17, they're 20, 21. That's not a kid really in football. It's a kid, but they've got what, a 10-year career in front of them. They need to go and play, make some money. That's why the Premier League and La Liga is filled with half our bloody old players. Because it's what we do.
Yeah.
But sorry, it's I just don't get it because you got Echeverria. I get it's a year's time, but I'll be spent 25 million just to put him out on loan in a year's time.
Well, a lot of that. Well, to be fair, a lot of that's add-ons. It's 11 million
No, I know, but I mean, where does he fit?
I don't know.
Well, where does Savio fit? Because that's why the rumours are Savio might go on loan for a year. From what I understood, they're going to have a look at him for a year. They're going to have a look at him in America, and then they'll make the decision from there.
Savio, yeah, I think that's what they're going to do. I think they're getting Savio in, right? And here's what's going to happen. They'll go, right, Bernardo Silva, what's happening with you? If Bernardo Silva goes, then you're definitely going to keep him.
Yeah.
No ifs or buts. If Bernardo doesn't go, I think Pep will have a look at him. But then surely Bob or Savio would have to, one of them has to go on loan. Because you've got Doku Grealish on the left, and this obviously
I'm not saying they've made bids for now, but they do like him.
Who?
Pedro Neto at Wolves.
We ain't getting Pedro Neto. No way. We just signed Savio, bro. We ain't signing Pedro
It's like Piquet. Piquet's gone dead.
I think we pulled out that deal. I think we pulled out of it.
I know the guy I want. There's only one guy I want.
Who?
That's Kimmich.
Oh, Kimmich. Yeah, Kimmich is a Rolls Royce, man. He'd be so good.
Only because he was like, you know, with that dream signing that. You know, when we, about 5 years ago, was like, Kimmich to me was like Mbappe now. Like, well, you're never going to get him. Kimmich is like the world's best mid. You're never getting him. And I'm like, I'd still have him at 28, 29.
Yeah, no, it's Kimmich is a sick player, man. I'd love him at City, and
Young
obviously
we don't know. You know, people want him, don't they?
Well, we're going to need a new right back in the next 2 years.
Fans get attached to too many players. At the end of the day, players are going to come and players are going to leave, and we just have to live with it.
Yeah, no, of course, yeah. No, 100%. That's the way the game works. You know what I mean? And this is what I've said. We was very lucky between 2010 to whenever, yeah, probably like 2019 or 2020, whenever it was, that none of our players wanted to leave.
No.
Bar Tevez, but obviously that was a anomaly. Yeah, that doesn't happen every day. None of our players wanted to leave. Silva didn't want to leave. Company didn't want to leave. Yaya didn't want to leave. Aguero didn't want to leave. None of our players wanted to leave.
Otamendi. The reason Otamendi took so long is because he had to get a payoff from the club.
Yeah, the first player that wanted to leave was Sane. That's the first player that wanted, that the proper player that we had, yeah, that we all didn't really want to leave, that actually wanted to leave. And he only wanted to leave because he wanted to go back to Germany. And to be honest with you, if you asked him straight up, yeah, no cameras, no mics, no nothing. Yes,
he's apologized.
Yeah, do you reckon you made the right decision? He'd probably say, no, I didn't make the right decision. Because I think he got sold a dream. I've spoken about this before. I think he got sold a dream.
I think it was dream, mate. Yeah, I think it was today. I think who was the manager of Germany then? Was it Lowe?
Yeah, probably.
Joachim Lowe.
Probably.
He was the manager of Germany.
I think it would have been Flick. It could have been Flick. I'm not sure.
But whoever was, I know Germany have this thing, don't they, where they like a lot of their national team members in Germany, don't they? They prefer most of them in Germany.
We probably have the same thing, to be fair.
I think that's a massive thing. That was a massive carrot for him. But if you ask him now, he'd wish he'd never have gone.
I reckon so as well. I'm slightly different on you. I don't really think that's too much of it. I think he was sold a dream of, you're one of the best, if not the best German player out there right now. Come to the biggest club in Germany, Bayern Munich, and we'll make you the main man. We'll make you the star. Blah 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 blah. And then Musiala came through, and it was like, oh, Musiala's going to be that guy now.
See, it's like the Grealish thing. I said this to you. You know, my problem. The reason I keep going, I don't think Grealish is going anyway. Is homegrown.
Yeah, I don't think. I don't think
so low on the homegrown levels. Unless, you know, like Musiala, but again, I'm not sure because Musiala's homegrown. But I don't think I don't think Verts or Musiala's coming anywhere near us. Personally, because Kovacic signed a 4 to 5 year deal. Sure, it was a
surely it's a 4 year deal. He's 29.
Are they going to ditch him out after 1 year? Nunes was a 4 to 5 year deal.
Nah.
So
Kovacic won't be going anywhere. I think Pep loves Kovacic.
I don't think either of them are going anywhere.
Yeah. No, you're probably right. It's probably going to be the KDB
And the
replacement.
Bernardo situation is because I was like, oh yeah, he's going, and then I'm like, but it's not who can afford him. It's Bernardo won't ever be happy until he gets the probably 2 clubs he wants, and the only 2 clubs he wants, one's broke, and the other one he wants to end his career at.
You really think, yeah, if Barcelona bidded that 50 million, you reckon he'd go Barcelona?
Yeah.
Is he that desperate?
For some reason, Barcelona are like United. They can be total shit and they all still want to walk there.
Yeah. But United, who've United signed in the last 4 years? Genuine question. I'm not. Maybe they have. Who've United signed in the last 4 years? That's a top player that could have gone to a Liverpool, a Real Madrid, a Man City. If they signed anyone in the last 4 years,
Sancho. I just think Sancho could have been.
Yeah, but no one else was in for Sancho. Liverpool, Man City, and Real Madrid. That's what I'm saying. Like, do you like Bellingham? For example, this is the point. Yeah. Bellingham, we was in for Bellingham. Real Madrid were in for Bellingham. Liverpool were in for Bellingham. He went to Liverpool. Have United signed anyone where City, Liverpool, Real Madrid was also in for that player at the same time? And it was like, wow, they went there.
No, because we have a different strategy to them, don't we?
Yeah, so this is what I'm saying.
I think United buy, I call them Instagram FC because they buy off Instagram. They look at how many followers the player's got. Yeah. Oh, he's got a lot of followers. Buy him. So City don't do that. This is what annoys me with rivals when they cry. You can go to Argentina and pick up a Julian Alvarez.
Mate, did you not hear David Moyes? Name for you. David Moyes said in an interview that he'd done with that Diary of CEO guy, what's he called? Stuart Bartlett or something like that. Bartlett? Steve Bartlett, I think it is. David Moyes went on his podcast and said, we could have signed Julian Alvarez, but I, as in David Moyes, said, nah, I want someone else who's a bit faster. And they signed like Danny Ings.
There you go.
So, yeah, and Akanji, 15 million quid.
Diaz. United looked at Diaz 4 times.
Yeah. Well, do you remember when the day we signed him? Bro, the City fans was cooking him. City fans were like, we signed some bum. Because everyone just kept on put. Do you remember that clip that was going around social media, Martin, of when he was playing for Benfica?
I always loved Diaz. I like Diaz.
There was a clip going around when we signed him, right? And he was playing for Benfica, and he tackled a player. He just slide tackled a player in the box who didn't even have the ball. And he just took him out, and it was like, what's he doing? He turned out to be a good one, though.
It's laser, like I said. Other Savio, people could have gone for. Echeverri, people could have gone for.
Well, Barcelona were in for him, but they couldn't afford it. So they pulled out.
Make your scouting network better.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing, man. This is why, you know, these CFG clubs now, I think people are starting to realize that these CFG clubs are working, man. Because if you look at like Girona, for example, you're getting all these players here. And listen, not every club's going to work. Yeah. Well, I think they'll all work in time, but they won't work straight away. Yeah. It'll take some clubs, it'll take time. And I reckon a lot, because when clubs get bought by CFG, a lot of the fans don't really like it. Like there was that club in like the Netherlands or something, the City were going to buy it.
They hate it.
And they were like, nah, and they actually pulled out the deal because like the fans protested. I reckon when you see what's going on with Girona, you know, you see that we don't change the badges, we don't change the kits and all that kind of stuff. I reckon a lot more fans will be open to it if it happens again.
That was Melbourne's problem.
Wow, what happened to Melbourne? They got changed, didn't they?
Was it Melbourne Victory and Melbourne Hearts, something like that? And they had a massive protest. Now they love it. Because they've got an Etihad campus over there now and everything else. They love it.
Well, you shouldn't be changing the name. You shouldn't be changing the name. You shouldn't be changing the kit.
They changed the name, they changed the kit, and they changed the badge.
Shouldn't do that. Shouldn't do that. Listen, if the fans are happy with it, then fine. But I would be really hesitant to change clubs' names and badges.
Oh, yeah. Then you are a nursery club, then, aren't you?
Yeah. You shouldn't be doing that.
You are a nursery club. It's like New York City you can get away with because that was a club that was built. It was made for us. There was New York City just came into
that was a new club, yeah.
If you go into like Palmero, different. What's that club in like Yokohama?
Yeah.
They changed everything.
Did they?
It was the other one.
Mumbai?
That team in Bolivia.
Oh, I can't remember the Bolivian one, but I know you're
The
about.
Brazilian one, they've just come over. That Brazilian one that was over last week or 2 weeks ago.
Mm.
And they had a big, big photo and everything. Listen,
Baja.
some will love it.
Bahia.
Bahia. Some will love it, some will not.
Yeah.
It's like, so I was listening to an interview with who was it? And he said, every time I go into the Etihad Stadium, there's a new badge or a new shield of the CFG group.
Mm.
It's like 12, 13 different, Mumbai.
Yeah, Mumbai.
We are building things across the world. But the trouble is, LB, a lot of clubs in the Premier League have it. Aston Villa have a multi-club ownership.
United do, no?
United do. Chelsea do. Bournemouth do.
Yeah, a lot of them
Bournemouth
do.
have it. There's loads of clubs in the Premier League that now have. Do you know which clubs don't have a feeder club?
Liverpool,
Arsenal, and it was United until they got one. That's where it's wrong. Because the cartel, and for anyone who's watching, Hussam, if you're watching, this is what we mean by cartel. Is you trying to do things, you don't like the way things are being done. You're still stuck in the 1990s and early 2000s of United, Liverpool, and Arsenal run the show.
Mm-hmm.
No. And that's not, it's no coincidence that none of them clubs have got multi-ownership, and then nearly every other club in the Premier League has.
Yeah.
Newcastle will be the next one. Newcastle will get that. Amanda Stabler
100%
spent a full week at the Etihad campus.
Yeah, she did, yeah.
Walk round, ask questions. Amanda Staveley was part of Barclays, who helped shape Mansour by the club.
Mm-hmm.
So it's this.
She knows what she's doing, mate.
There it is, Melbourne Heart.
Yeah, that's a good point, that from Brandholt. Says Melbourne Heart had only been around for a few years. That's why I think they could get away with it and get away with it.
Purple, didn't they? I'm sure it was in purple brand.
Yeah. If they've only been around for a few years, then maybe get away with it. I'd still be hesitant, but obviously if it's literally
Alan told me. Sir Alan told me they went balmy over it over there.
Well, there you go. That's probably that's what I'm saying.
Udinese, Pozzo family.
What?
For the news at Udinese?
Oh, yeah. That's true. Very true, yeah.
There's loads.
There is loads.
I think Wolves have one as well. So it's not new.
Well, Wolves is slightly different. They've got the agent owns part of the club.
Oh, they've got Mendes on there.
Yeah, the super agent. That's why we got Nunes, because he obviously come to City and went, yo, we need to get some cash in because we're about to fail FFP. Will you sign Nunes?
It's like David that we cheated. I said there's someone. The Premier League voted on this 2 months ago to stop when they tried to stop Newcastle going to Saudi Arabia and getting loans. It got voted all right.
Yeah, it did.
So you can't bitch and moan then when we do it 2 months later. It's the fact is Newcastle didn't do it, but we have. Not our fault.
Yeah. And obviously the Red Bull brands and all that kind of shit. Yeah.
So I don't. Part of me, how does Red Bull get away with not selling shares? They're both in the Champions League. So
basically, there's been a massive I
don't get it anymore. I don't understand any of it.
Yeah, it's just people try to what's it called? Cause more shit. Basically, what it is simple. You have to prove to UEFA that the boards of each football club are completely independent. So therefore, the board, when they're making a deal, is representing that club correctly. So if I'm on the board of Manchester City and you're on the board of Girona, we have to be independent. So I can't come to you and be like, yo, Martin, we want to buy Daily Blind, right, off you. But we got FFP issues, mate, so we can only send you 10 mil. But we're the same club, so it's all chilling. And you'll go, yeah, no worries. Because we're mates and we know each other and all that kind of shit. You can't do that. You have to sit there and say, No, we might be part of the same ownership group, but I have to represent Girona properly. So therefore, it's 50 million. Do you know what I mean? You have to prove to UEFA that they're independent and that you're representing Girona correctly. If you can do that, it's all good and it's all gravy, mate.
This is our ownership. We've got Yokohama Mariners. We've got a minority stake. Is it Montevideo Talk?
That's the Uruguayan one, isn't it?
Yeah, we're full on them.
Yeah.
That's the other one. Sishan Huani. That's a minority stake, 28%.
Where's that? What country is that one?
That the one in China.
I don't know. We had a Chinese club.
Shuhuan.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, the Yokohama one is Japanese. We've got one in China. Lamel, the Belgian one, got them. Club Bolivia. That's a partner club, though. Bahia, we own 90% of them. Right. So majority stakeholders. Palmeiro, we've got the majority stake, 94.5%. Troy, we've got majority stake. Mumbai, majority share. Girona, minority stake. And then Melbourne and New York, we've got full ownership of.
It's a lot of clubs.
Yeah, there's about 13 clubs.
Yeah.
But there's loads. I'm just looking at it now. There's absolute loads. Because you've got Fulham that own different models. Crystal Palace own different models. Burnley have got things in America. Brighton. They completed a takeover of St. Hillies. Don't know who they are. Brentford, their owner had stakes in, is it Midtjylland? Remember them from the UEFA Cup?
FC Danish ones.
Yeah. Aston Villa have got owners in, is it Victoria Guimaraes?
Not sure.
Victoria Guimaraes? Don't know what team they are. And Arsenal own Colorado Rapids.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Stan Kroenke's he owns Kroenke Sports and Entertainment and Major League Soccer side Colorado Rapids.
Well, that's where they got Matt Turner from then, isn't it?
So there you go.
Is that where they got Matt Turner from?
Yeah, there's loads. But you never hear about it because it's not Manchester City.
No, I didn't actually. Got him from New England Revolution.
It's mad.
Yeah,
we have the world's smallest club on everyone's mind.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. And obviously, like, all these people coming out saying City getting banned and all this kind of stuff and blah,
Set up
blah,
a helpline. Someone put it in the chat earlier. 0800 helpline.
Yeah, that is, man. It's crazy how much people speak about it. You know what I mean? Like, it's actually wild. And you know what? I seen that it was a year to the date of the 115 charges, like yesterday or something, and you're seeing the City statement again. Irrefutable evidence, mate. City say they've got irrefutable evidence. I tell you what, bro, if we get not guilty on that, yeah, the world will melt down.
Oh, here's one for you, LB.
Go on.
Brighton owner Tony Bloom, yeah, is involved with Belgian side Royal Union St. Gilles.
Oh, yeah.
With both featuring the Europa League. Villa's owners had to stake in Portuguese Victoria Guimaraes, talking about, both appeared in the Europa Conference League. UEFA said that changes implemented substantially restrict the investors' influence. So it's like you said, as long as it's separate boards, separate decision makers, it's all right.
Yeah, basically. You got to prove to UEFA that like they're independent. And
so is anyone on the City board on Girona's board?
Nah, because they would have already done this.
That's what I mean.
Stupid, isn't it? They're not dumb.
I didn't know Villa and Brighton were both doing that at the same time. See, no one talks about it because you don't hear about it.
Yeah, and also, by the way, on that, City are minority investors in Girona. So, as a minority investor, if you own the majority of the club and City say, "Oh, do this," you're not going to go, "All right, mate," because you're the majority investor. It literally makes no sense.
Liverpool and Toulouse.
Yeah, it's crazy. Did you see this news as well, by the way? City, the most viewed team in America. 36
Got no
million.
fans, Andrew.
Yeah, 36 million views across the year last year. The most viewed Premier League team in America. United had 12.5 million views. Which is, I just think that, like, yo, it kind of makes sense. You know what I mean? Because we're in all the trophies, we were in all the competitions, and then you had a FB Ref. You heard of the website FB Ref?
No.
It's like a stat website, and you can go on and like have a look at stats. And FB Ref released a map of all the states in America, and they put a picture.
What's it called? FB.
FB Ref. FB Ref.
Oh right,
Premier
FB.
League.
Yeah, got it here. Football statistics in history.
Yeah. And check this out, bro.
Wow.
They released this map of each state and the most like searched football club on their website from each state. Look at that.
That is mad.
City.
But with no fans.
City. I don't think United are on there once. No, they're not. United aren't on there once. Arsenal are on there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Liverpool are on there once.
I was about to say, where are Liverpool, Alaska?
This one up here, top right. I don't know what that is.
Sure, that's Alaska.
I thought this was Alaska up here, top left, isn't it?
No, man. Who's the green one? Is that?
I think that's like Seattle Sounders or something. I think that's an MLS club. That.
Yeah.
I don't think that's not a European team, because that's not a European team. And then this one in the middle, you see the purple one, right in the middle, between the Arsenal. I don't think that. Yeah, I think that's it there. Top left is Alaska. Yeah, that's Alaska up there, bro. Top left, the green one. That one there.
That is mad.
Crazy, isn't it? But apparently no one cares about us. Alaska is bottom left. What? Apparently, yeah. Top left is Washington. That's Oregon. What? What are you talking about, chat? What are you telling me?
Where are we going here? It's become a geography stream.
Oh, they put Alaska and Hawaii at the bottom. Oh, okay.
Up there?
I don't. Apparently so. They've changed the map. They've just changed the structure of the United States for some reason. But yeah, basically, City are massive. Anyway, let's before we wrap up, because it is 1:20. You know.
20
is it? Oh yeah, 20 past.
You had an extra hour on here.
Well, we can go for another hour. Yeah, we did speak about Everton before, but for the people that have just maybe joined the last 20 minutes or so, obviously City play Everton tomorrow, technically.
Yeah. In 36 hours, technically.
Yeah, technically. We play Everton tomorrow morning, 12:30.
Mo's in the chat. You will win and must win.
Yeah, we must. We actually though we must win the game. This is the thing, right? Today, I say this. I think Arsenal need to win every single game now up until the Manchester City game, and they need to beat City, and that's 6 matches.
I think both do.
But I also think City need to win all our games up until Liverpool as well. And I think Liverpool obviously have us. Yeah, I think they all do. I think we all need to win all our games now.
The thing that would help us is not just this week, because I think this weekend we'll win. I think it's that Brentford home game. That Brentford home game, to me, is a psychological blow for Liverpool and Arsenal. Because once City get top and we're all level pegging,
it's like, oh, it's this again.
Yeah, you sat there going.
So do you basically think then, in that situation, do you essentially, what you're saying is you think that the next 3 Premier League games for Manchester City are the 3 biggest games of the season type thing. Because if you win the next 3 games, which is Everton, Premier League only, Everton, Chelsea, Brentford, you're top of the league.
Yeah.
You feel that's that big. The effect, like the mental effect on Liverpool and Arsenal, seeing Manchester City go back to the top of the table, with at that point, there would be 13 games left of the season. You think that'd be too much?
Yeah.
Mm.
But the simple fact is, and I've always said this, and you know this, I don't think we'll go to Anfield and have to get a win.
I hope not. Be great if we don't
Really
have to
don't.
go there and win.
For the simple fact is, and I think we'll win all our next, was it 4 or 5?
Yeah.
Some will look at that Chelsea game, because the trouble is with Chelsea, yes, they're crap. But Chelsea can on their day, as
we've
showed
seen last night, yeah,
just turn up. It's which Enzo Fernandez wants to turn up, which Conor Gallagher wants to turn up, which Cole Palmer wants to turn up. Because don't forget, everyone looks at this. We've got Palmer and Sterling coming back to the Etihad. They're both going to want to prove a point.
Facts.
So some Arsenal and Liverpool fans will look at that Chelsea game and go, could be.
It could be, yeah. And they've done us before, 4-4.
So I just think there's always a tipping point. Yes, do I think fixtures have fitted nicely for us this season? Yeah, I do. Because every time we've had a chance to fall way behind, it just so happens to be an Arsenal versus Liverpool game that crops up somewhere.
Yeah.
It's always Arsenal Liverpool that crops, and we go, all right, we're all right. Or it's an Arsenal Chelsea. It's always a big game, but our big games aren't till March.
But
we could already have a points buffer by then, where it doesn't. Because I think we'll beat United at home.
Yeah, we should be beating them. I mean, I think we should be winning all our games up until that Liverpool game.
Yeah. I mean, the ones coming up are tricky. Because listen, we've still got tricky home games. We've got Villa at home. That ain't going to be easy. Got Brighton away. Brighton away is a funny one. It depends where Brighton are at what point in that season.
We need. This is why I keep saying, Martin. People keep on talking about March. I keep saying this. I'm sorry if it gets boring, chat. February's the month, man. You have a good February, and you can have an okay March. You don't need to even have a mint March. You have a crap February, you need to have a mint March. That's the thing. This is why these games, and this is why I keep saying I think we need to win every single game in February. Because if we do that, we put ourselves in a great position. 13 games left. That means you can just coast through March, just avoid defeat against Liverpool, avoid defeat against Arsenal, beat Brighton. That'll be a decent month. That'll be okay.
This is all their chance, LB. Listen, you know me, I'm confident. I think we'll win it. All I've heard for 6 months is our summer window was shit. Wasn't as good as what it could have been. But Arsenal spent money. Liverpool basically kind of rebuilt the midfield again. I know it's gone under the radar, but they bought 3 or 4 midfielders. Yes, that's the thing that I find the Klopp decision even weirder. Because I'm like, you rebuilt your midfield and then gone. What's Szoboszlai McAllister all thinking at that point?
Yeah, they're going to be gutted, aren't they?
What else are they going? Come for you. Rebuilt the bloody thing on, and then you've gone. So, and we ain't going to have a summer the same way we had this summer. So if they don't do it this year, when do they do it?
Well, exactly. You know what I mean? You got to ask that question, haven't you?
I think it's us, and I do think. Listen, I think there's too much disrespect onto Arsenal a little bit because I think Arsenal are still a threat.
I think anyone saying that Arsenal are not a threat are being a little bit harsh.
I do think the third favourites doesn't mean we can't win it. There's a difference. The trouble is, when you say that, some Arsenal fans get really arsy with you and like,
for me, Arsenal fans are the most sensitive bunch of fans.
We're not calling you shit because you said your third favourites.
Yeah, I think they're the most sensitive bunch of fans out there, Arsenal fans. Not all of them, some of them are real, but like some of them are. Like today, bro, I was on Football Terrace, yeah. This is what I said on Football Terrace. I said, it was a great win for Arsenal. I thought they'd bottle it. They didn't. They were fantastic. They managed the game well.
Abuse.
Blah, blah, blah. And then I said, I think you'll beat West Ham 2-0. And then people in the chat started saying I was salty. I was like, salty? What do you mean? And then I said, I've literally just said you were mint against Liverpool and that you'll beat West Ham. And then what did they say? Apparently I was condescending. I was like, bro, you guys are weird, man.
They hear what they want to hear.
You guys are.
This is my point, LB. This is what I said to you. I've never been the celebration police. What I'm being is, do you know the better way for it is? I'm probably being the oversensitive police, because when they win a game, it's like they won the Champions League, and when they lose a game, it's like the whole world's ending. They're off to League Two. They go from A to Z in 5 seconds. I don't. It must be like an emotional roller coaster to be an Arsenal fan, because unless you tell them they've got the best manager in the world, the best stadium, the best fans, and everything else, they think you're an arsehole. So nobody can win. So I don't debate. I don't debate with them unless they're sensible, because it's a debate you'll never win. Because if you say anything nice, you're a condescending person. If you say anything nasty, you're saying shit.
I think it's this. I think they want the validation because they've been so bad for like 10 years or whatever. And they've won a couple of FA Cups, like fair dues and that. But like in terms of like leagues, Champions Leagues, and we're getting embarrassed off Bayern Munich, I think they're searching for validation. And then when you give them validation, they're not used to it. So then they say you're condescending. It's just like, bro, you guys need to sort your head out, man. Honestly, what's going on here? Honestly,
I thought United fans were insecure. Like,
yeah. Well, have you not seen Gary Neville and that saying that the only reason they didn't win as many Champions Leagues as they did because everyone else was juiced up? He's seeing that today. He's getting cooked. Apparently, the only reason United won 2 Champions Leagues was because every other team was on steroids.
I mean, didn't Wayne Rooney say once that the Aguero moment was fixed and it was all done in their favour, and that's why their game finished earlier before ours? It's like, piss off, Wayne. Just say they can't take. Do you know what made me laugh? Do you remember that we used to get called better setter?
Yeah.
What the hell? This is why City fans, ladies and gentlemen, know about these things, because we were them 20, 30 years ago. They've just now become us. So we know they're just being better. Better exactly. It's what it was. We used to sit there going, we used to sing, we've got the best floodlights in the land because City, we used to laugh about it.
Yeah. And
now that's what Arsenal and everyone else does. We've got the biggest sponsors in the land because we sell Prime. Well done. Get a badge. Bottle of Prime at half time. Well done. I don't know what they want.
This is a good point from Lou. Maybe the difference between our meltdowns that we keep it within a family, lots of public meltdowns for the clubs. Yeah, because again, we don't really have we don't have fan channels and stuff though. Like fan channels, I'm talking about. Like I know, like sometimes, like people will film outside the ground, but typically we don't, and then we don't really lose, so that we don't have the mad reactionary takes and all that kind of stuff.
Cams. City, you know this, mate. City fans don't really like fan cams.
Yeah, but even when we've done, when there have been fan cams,
a lot of people.
Yeah, I know. But even when they have done fan cams, like we've only done it when we've won. So
yeah, no,
like,
do you know? It's like us with Foden. Do you know why? Because you get a lot of this. Oh, City haven't got a big presence on social media. City don't tell you how good Foden is. No, because we don't need to.
Yeah,
I'm going to sound really. Can I be really crude here in a minute?
Yeah.
This is going to sound vulgar. I'm sorry, but someone who's got a big you-know-what doesn't have to tell everyone he's got a big you-know-what. He knows he has. We know Foden is world class. We don't need to brag Foden is world class to know he's world class. You have to validate Saka. Congratulations. You validate Saka every day. We don't need to do.
My brother's Arsenal fans in this chat, we're just starting to cook them a little bit now. Roll back.
And that is not even meant to be thing. I'm just saying it's why we don't get involved in it.
Yeah. Anyway, I want to just.
Oh, that isn't why I'm called Horsey, by the way. That was because of my name.
Oh, very good. So, some United fan, yeah, has tweeted on that Gary Neville thing, where Gary Neville said all the teams in Europe reduced. When Man United played Barcelona at Wembley in 2011 under Pep Guardiola, nearly every Barcelona player ran more than Ji-sung Park. They were 100% juiced up. Well, someone, Martin, has gone to the UEFA website and managed to get hold of the final technical document, which basically gives all the stats from the game. And they've uncovered that in that game, only one player covered more distance than Ji-sung Park, which was Xavi. The total distance covered by Manchester United was their lowest of any game in the Champions League that year, which was 103 kilometres compared to 110, which was their average. Barcelona was at 108 kilometres, which was also below their average. Community notes to the rescue. I love that community notes, mate. Fucking mint.
So basically, they just got outworked, outran, out everything, and they can't admit it.
Yeah, and his point about Ji-sung Park,
and I thought Guardiola dicks on him then. So I'm not changing my mind of they got juiced up. I mean, all right then. What was the reason United beat Bayern Munich in '99? Because Bayern Munich battered them for all sense and purposes.
Maybe they juiced up. I don't know.
Was United juiced up?
I just think like, why do people
they got going in the 90th minute or whatever it was?
It's such an L mentality, like. But you lost.
It's excuse.com.
We lost against Chelsea. We lost. That's it. You lost. Not because someone cheated. Yeah, not because the referee didn't give us a decision. We lost.
People are saying he said it about the Italians.
Yeah. But then, I know he said it about the Italians, but then the United fans have come on top of that and said it was also the Spanish. Well, it's also the Barcelona team. But it's like, you know,
that'll be the next thing about City, by the way.
What, being juiced up?
Yeah, that'll be the next thing.
Oh well, no, they're already making that allegation now.
Or it'll be, you know, Barcelona are being investigated for bribing the refs. Oh, Pep was manager, right? So he must be bribing the refs in the Premier League.
Well, they're already doing that because some of the referees are managing in the UAE league, aren't they? Yeah. And therefore, that's indirect bribery. Apparently, it's just like. Honestly, people's conspiracies
gone down for 10 years yet.
I know, right? So some people's conspiracies, and man, I like, bro, you need to touch grass.
And have you not seen a new one now? If you debate with them and say, "Are you a liar?" They go, "Yeah." They're now all coming out as liars. I'm like, you're not a liar. Stop lying, because you're not a liar.
Yeah.
Because if you're a liar, you wouldn't put half the shit you put in the chat. Stop saying you're a liar because you're not.
Yeah, absolutely, man. People just waffle in it.
It's I don't know. Like I said, we should all put money together.
Yeah.
Get a helpline set up. You do a Monday, I'll do a Tuesday. Steve and all them can do a Wednesday, and we'll go in order. Nobbins on a Thursday, and we'll just go around in order and help everyone. And we'll just go around getting helplines going. Set up a 24-hour charity stream for helptherivals.com or something. I don't know.
Honestly, the day that judgment comes, if we get guilty, pain, yeah. But
if we get guilty, you won't hear from me. I'll be gone. Bye. Yeah. No, listen, I'll face up to it. But if we get not guilty, tell you what, I bet jack shit of us get invited on anyone else's stream.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking cut.
You know what we need to do if we're not guilty? Get everyone together. And we'll just do a big, massive stream and go, right, we're doing it.
Yeah,
and just cook everyone.
That's what we need. We need a party. We need an innocence party. We should
cook everyone.
I mean, you know, at the end of the season, and we have like parties and that, like someone will hire out like a pub, and all City fans will go in the pub at the end of the season when we've won a league and that. We're all just like, we need to do that, yeah. But innocence, we can call it the Innocence Project.
Do you know the funny thing is? No one cares about City, but everyone does clickbait stuff on City's charges. Why? Oh, because it gets your views. So listen, on my channel, your channel, all the other City channels, the 115 stuff all gets views because everyone wants to come and listen to us.
Yeah, but it gets boring after a while.
Yeah, we're bored of it now. But if Port Vale come out tomorrow, they're getting relegated to the North Conference because they've cheated. Manchester City would be trending number 1.
When was the last time I did an FFP video? The 16th of January. And to be fair, I was calling out people. In fact, we did it together.
Yeah.
We were calling out people.
But it's mad. I mean, I did one. When was the last time? I did a stream. When was it? A month ago. It's got nearly 5,000 views.
Oh, yeah, because you get on.
All I put is, what if City are innocent? Question mark.
Yeah.
You're not innocent. What do you mean? Mark, only asked the question.
You know what I find funny is when people come to the comments and go, you can't honestly believe that you're innocent. You must know you're guilty. I'm just like, based off of what? It's just weird.
Based off Darren from Wales, who sits in his bedroom.
Yeah.
Oh, it makes me laugh.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Yeah, look at TalkSport views for the charges they do. They do massive numbers because everyone wants to listen, man. This is the big difference between this and the UEFA one is that no one really cared no one really cared about the UEFA one because it wasn't Prem. But now this is Prem.
You know why this is? This is their last chance.
Yeah, this is their last chance.
This is it.
And City put this in that in the statement. They put they welcome the opportunity to get this finally like done and like dead and buried.
They've got no more excuses. If we win this, they've nowhere to hide. They have to admit their club is shit, run badly, and we're just run better.
Factual information.
The difference is if we do say we're guilty, we'll all come on and go, hands up. We won't hide.
I don't know what I'm going to do if that happens, to be honest.
LB, mate. But I'll still be at the Etihad. I'll still be there.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do, right? Right, let's wrap it up.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Because we've done an hour. We've done 2 hours, bro. I can't believe how long it's gone on for.
What are you putting me on screen for? Mancunian way. We're trying to get a 5K before May. Come on. You disappeared?
I've still not changed the button on my mouse. So sometimes I'll just press it and it'll just back me out. Guys, hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, please make sure you drop a like on it. I can't believe it's 20 to 1 minute. I'm going to go to bed. I'm so tired. Let's get those likes. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to Martin as well. Links in the description.
What is it with these late night chats we end up having?
Don't know. They're good, man. I enjoy these streams more than any other streams I do.
They're calm, aren't they?
I enjoy these streams more than any other streams I do. I enjoy just sitting here chatting. Like tomorrow, by the way, people keep on asking. Tomorrow, I'm on with Dan United, 9 p.m. Yeah, got the beers out. He might have his vape out, and we just chat. Yeah, I enjoy these ones, man, because it's just like we just chat. The chat get involved. You know what I mean? We pull up the chat and then we just go off topic. And like, I enjoy this one. Like, the daytime ones are more structured. You know what I mean? So for people who like structure, daytime streams are your bag. You know what I mean? But anyway, guys, make sure you drop a like, subscribe. I'll be back tomorrow, by the way. Tomorrow's a good day of content. And with Tone, MCFC Tone, midday, we'll be previewing the Everton game properly for a whole hour, you know, going through all that. We'll do a starting 11 on that one as well. And then 9 p.m. tomorrow night, yeah, get some nice food in, get a drink in, whatever you want to do. Me and Dan United. And that one went on for like 3 hours last time, man. So make sure you join us.
LB Vindaloo.
Yeah, I might get him. Yeah, I might get a Vindaloo. Probably not. Guys, catch you later. Have a good night, man. And I'll see you tomorrow. See you in a bit.